The sand was coarse, it was everywhere, in my work boots, my socks, probably my damn soul by now. Another bit of sweat dripped off my nose, useless to wipe it. I wasn't finding gold in these dunes, just old bones and broken pots. Another failed dig. Then the kid shouted, not about some fragment, but about her in the surf. My team gawked, bronzed skin, tail glistening like a fish the sun couldn't swallow, eyes that held too much time. The legends were kids' tales, fish women to scare sailors. Now one washed up on my sight, and the world got a whole lot stranger. She didn't speak, barely blinked, but she watched me like I held an answer she couldn't recall. Her presence clung to me like wet sand. My team wanted to poke her, get samples, run tests like she was some artifact I had dug up. I said no. Felt right in my gut, that decision. She wasn't clay to be catalogued. Even if a part of me, the scholar, the damned rational part, twitched at the thought of what we could learn from her. The dream started that night, not about her, not exactly, about stars, cold and clear, falling, something vast tearing the sky. Then I'd wake, clammy shits, the taste of salt on my tongue. Waking life turned blurry then, the woman on the rocks watching the endless ocean, and me, fool that I was, starting to watch the sky. Word got out, reporters swarmed the coast like locusts, officials too, eyes greedy with a different kind of hunger. She ignored them all, just sat on the rocks, hair drying in the sun, always out of reach. I brought old maps, faded constellation charts, the ones fishermen swore by. I spread them on the sand. She tilted her head, touched a marking with a webbed finger. Recognition. Like a fish breaking the water surface and then slipping back down. Nights I dreamt of a journey, hurtling through nothingness, fear like ice in my veins, and then water, relief, or another kind of drowning. Waking, those dreams clung worse than sweat. Days blurred, the stars became my compass, the myths my textbooks. I, the man who scoffed at spirits, now chased a legend older than dirt. Because she was the key, I knew it. The rift, I figured it out, not in the sky, in the stories. Ancestors restless, the paths between worlds muddled. It hummed under my skin. A wrong note in a symphony. She was the discord, but also the melody lost. The feeling grew in me as certain as the tides. One night, words finally spilled from her. Not my language, not any I'd heard, but I felt it in my bones. Sorrow, a longing for a home no map could show. And something else, a flicker beneath the sorrow, like a fire near dead. That was the night the stars went crazy, shifted, blurred. The kids screamed, the villagers muttered prayers, and I just knew. I grabbed the woman's hand, hers cold as death in mine. I told her, I don't know how I knew. You need to remember everything. She closed her eyes, sang a song older than the ocean, older than the world, and the stars, they sang back. Light, a spear of it, shattering the night. It hit the water where she knelt. There was a cry, more animal than human. Then she was gone. Just form and mist, dissolving back into the sea she'd come from. The sky looked normal again. The hum was gone. But out of the corner of my eye, I swear I saw a flicker, like a star just finding its place far, far away. The dig is shut now. I don't argue. Some things you don't put in a museum. Some answers you carry with you always. And some nights, if I look up long enough, I feel like something might be looking back. One, Mami Wata, the serpent of the cosmic sea. This section explores the powerful figure of Mami Wata, prevalent across West and Central African mythologies. We dive into her dualistic nature, a harbinger of fortune and a source of chaos, and how this mirrors ancient creation myths where order and disorder rise from the waters. Focusing on the imagery of the serpent often associated with Mami Wata and its connection to cosmic cycles and the Milky Way itself. You know her name, Mami Wata, a whisper carried on a sea breeze, the flash of scales like jewels dancing just beneath the waves. They say she brings riches beyond measure, washed ashore by the tide. Yet, with that promise comes a chilling whisper. Stories of men lost at sea, their eyes fixed on her mesmerizing beauty, never to return. Mami Wata, fortune and fear intertwined, a shimmering enigma reflecting the ever-changing ocean. There's more to her than wealth and whispers. They call her the Serpent of the Cosmic Sea, a name that resonates deep within me. Serpents shed their skin, ancient symbols of renewal and transformation. Did our ancestors, watching the ceaseless dance of creation and chaos in the waves, weave that understanding into the very fabric of our oldest stories? And that serpent, what if it's more than a symbol? Imagine the Milky Way slithering across the inky blank canvas of the heavens, a colossal serpent of stars. Can you picture that shimmering image reflected in the churning water? Could Mami Wata embody that link, the bridge between the vast, unknowable cosmos and something within us, a part just as deep and teeming with its own mysteries? We feel drawn to her, perhaps because, like the boundless ocean, the universe reflects our humanity, breathtakingly beautiful one moment, terrifyingly powerful the next. In a world this vast and shifting, wouldn't you want a guide, a beacon to navigate the hidden currents? Is she a force for good or a siren of destruction? Does she hold the answers in her hypnotic gaze, or does she merely reflect our own fears and desires? I suspect the very questions are too small. This isn't about simple notions of good and evil, not the stories we invent to lull ourselves into a false sense of safety. Mami Wata, she's something wilder than that. She embodies the relentless turning of the cosmic wheel, the birthplace of worlds, the cradle of stars, the churn of creation and destruction woven into one. They say we are just stardust, you and I, the remnants of long dead stars given form. That's why she resonates, why her allure is undeniable, half human, half serpent, both rooted in the earthly and forever grasping at the celestial. We see in her a reflection of that same primal force that burns inside all of us, the wild, unbridled energy from which all things spring. It's a dizzying thought, isn't it? A humbling one. To recognize the vastness of the universe swelling within your own heartbeat. But what a thrill, what a wonder to stand on the precipice of understanding and to feel the sheer beauty of that cosmic echo within yourself. Two, Yemoja and the birth of stars. Traveling to the cosmology of the Yoruba people in Nigeria, learning about Yemoja, the mother goddess associated with the ocean, fertility, and creation, discovering how her story parallels the birth of the cosmos, her broken water pot releasing rivers and giving rise to the Orishas, akin to stars igniting in a primeval sea. From the swirling depths where Mami Wata dances on the edge of infinity, let your thoughts drift. Carry her echo with you, the knowledge that the raw energy of the cosmos resides within us all. Now, imagine a different kind of power, something softer, more nurturing, yet undeniably potent. We journey across the sea to another shore, where another ocean deity holds sway, her essence whispering an age-old song of creation. They call her Yemoja, the mother goddess of the Yoruba people. The ocean is her domain, and her nurture reflects the very essence of life itself: fertility, womanhood, motherhood. These forces swirl around her like the ocean's tides. In the stories, they say her tears formed the very first rivers, a poignant echo of the ocean's life-giving potential. Even more profound is the story of the broken water pot. Picture this: a vast primordial darkness, a time before time we can understand. All that will ever be, all existence as we know it, held within a simple clay vessel. Then it shatters. At first, you might imagine chaos, a catastrophic unraveling. But from that shattering came forth the Orishas, the very deities who shaped the world. Picture it, the cosmic darkness and those shards of existence igniting into sparks of brilliant light. Doesn't that echo the image of stars winking into existence across the inky black canvas of the night sky? Is it any wonder they saw Yemoja as the cosmic womb, the vessel that held the seeds of everything we know, waiting to be born in a magnificent spectacle? She embodies a force that is woven into the universe itself, the feminine principle of creation, a catalyst that births worlds into being. We search for grand, explosive beginnings, don't we? The Big Bang, the shattering of water pots, it satisfies something deep within us, a need for definitive answers. But what about what comes after? Yemoja isn't just about birth, about that single defining moment of creation. She rules the ocean with its swirls and tides, its ever-changing moods, its ability to both nurture and devour. Just like the cosmos itself, the universe isn't static, is it? It's constantly moving, expanding, reforming, a testament to endless change. And that's where Yemoja shines. She represents the feminine power woven into the very fabric of reality. While we might imagine creation as a masculine force, fiery, explosive, Yemoja offers something different. She births new worlds and gives shape to potential. More importantly, she embodies the ever-present cycles of change, of death and renewal. Each breath we take, each wave that crashes upon the shore, these are tiny universes being rewritten, and Yemoja reminds us that we too hold a piece of that creative power, the ability to shape and reshape ourselves and the world around us. Life, as much as the cosmos itself, is a constant state of becoming. With Yemoja as our guide, we can learn to embrace that flux, that glorious uncertainty, and discover the hidden potential within ourselves, the potential to shape our own stars. Three, the Mermaid's Mirror, Reflections of Heaven. We analyze the symbolic importance of water's reflective qualities in mermaid lore, exploring how ancient cultures viewed shimmering water surfaces as a mirror of the heavens. African concepts will connect to other mythologies where mermaids combine their hair or gazing into the water are likened to celestial bodies shaping a cosmic order. The lingering image of stars scattered across Yemoja's ocean carries us into a different realm of symbolism. Imagine the surface of that same water undisturbed, a perfect mirror reflecting the heavens above. This blurring of sky and sea becomes a portal into another world, a space where the rules of reality seem to bend as starlight dances upon the ripples. It is in this reflective magic that the figure of the mermaid finds her true significance. The mermaid, forever drawn to reflective surfaces, becomes a recurring motif across mythologies as diverse as the cultures that gave birth to them. Picture her pausing by a moonlight pool, her gaze fixed on her own image shimmering within the water. Is this simple vanity or a connection to something far more profound? We find stories across the globe of celestial beings combing their hair. Think of Norse Valkyries and their flowing locks, or the Greek goddess Aphrodite, born of sea foam. Their golden combs are seen as symbols of order imposed upon the chaos of the cosmos. This mermaid, mimicking this primal act, becomes a celestial weaver in her own right. Her reflection isn't just a simple echo of herself, but a tracing of movements of the stars above. Her form, dissolving into the ever-changing surface of the water, creates a dynamic picture of the night sky, fluid and unbound. Even the haunting songs attributed to mermaids become incantations that guide the heavenly bodies, weaving the universe into a harmonious tapestry. The vastness of the cosmos can feel overwhelming, its workings beyond our comprehension, yet here we stand, gazing at its reflection in the simplest of mediums. Is the mermaid merely a fantastical figure, or does she embody the very essence of those early astronomers, their eyes ever trained upon the heavens? Each time we look up at the night sky, searching for familiar constellations and tracing their movements, we are unknowingly repeating a ritual as old as humanity itself. By giving those clusters of stars names and stories, we bring order to the apparent chaos, taming the unknown through our own narratives. The mermaid, gazing into the water, mirrors that cosmic act of creation. She reminds us that the universe, vast and bewildering as it may be, becomes comprehensible through story, symbol, and the sheer determination to observe the world around us. Perhaps the true power of the mermaid doesn't lie in the answers she holds, but in the questions she embodies. Is she the universe revealing its deepest secrets, or is she a projection of our own boundless curiosity mirrored back at us? She represents the age-old yearning to understand, to draw connections between the earthly and the celestial. The mermaid, forever intertwined with the reflective surface of the water, is a testament to the enduring human quest to weave meaning out of the stars. As long as there is moonlight to catch in a tide pool, I suspect she'll be there, gazing back at us, a timeless symbol of our own fascination with the infinite mysteries of the universe. 4. Kianda of the Kongo, lunar rhythms and ocean tides. Journeying into Kongo mythology and meeting Kianda, a mermaid figure tied closely to the moon, examining how her lore mirrors the lunar cycle's influence on tides, linking this to ancient understandings of celestial bodies and the belief in a rhythmic feminine force governing the waters, both the ocean and the fluids within all life. As the mermaid's celestial tapestry dissolves into the shimmering expanse of the ocean, let your gaze linger. Focus on the hypnotic, never-ending dance of moonlight upon the water, that silvery path blurring the line between sky and sea. This isn't just a beautiful spectacle, but a visual representation of a deeper connection, one embodied by Kianda, the mermaid spirit of the Kongo people. Her essence is in the rivers and lakes, but most powerfully in the vastness of the ocean. Like many mermaid figures, she embodies the element of water. What sets Kianda apart, however, is her inextricable connection to the moon. Imagine the wax and wane of moonlight reflected in the very pulse of the tides. The rhythmic ebb and flow isn't mere physics to ancient eyes. It is the breath of a cosmic being, a vital feminine principle shaping all of existence. Stories of Kianda mirror that lunar nature, imbued in the same power to both nurture and transform. She can bring calm seas teeming with fish, offering safe passage to navigators, or she can stir restless waters, unleashing powerful currents and perilous storms. It's a duality that reflects the moon itself, a celestial body associated with life-giving rain, yet also unseen forces governing the psyche, stirring hidden desires and casting the world in an elusive light. Kianda transcends the purely physical realm where the sun dictates daily rhythms and the moon guides the tides. The Kongo people believed her influence extended far deeper, a concept that resonates within our modern understanding of the world. The moon's gravitational pull doesn't merely shift oceans, it subtly influences all that is made of water, including us, our bodies, a symphony of fluids operators as microcosms within this grand cosmic orchestra. Kianda is said to govern not just the tides, but the cycles of fertility, the flow of dreams, the unpredictable dance of our emotions. Here's where it gets truly profound. This connection between the endless turning of those celestial wheels and our own internal compasses is awe-inspiring. It reminds us that even when we feel lost on the trackless ocean of life, we are never truly isolated. Every heartbeat, every shift in the mood, every transformation we undergo, these find an echo in the unseen rhythmic forces that sculpt the universe itself. Kianda, with her shimmering tail reflecting the moonlight, offers a potent symbol of this connection. She reminds us that the universe, with all its terrifying grandeur and unknowable depths, isn't something separate from us. Its cycles reside within us, guiding us, shaping us, like the water mirroring the lunar glow. We carry within our beings a fragment of that cosmic wonder. It's as humbling as it is beautiful, that thought. We are bound to the universe itself by an unseen, unbreakable thread. Five. When stars drowned, myths of transformation. In this final section, we investigate African myths where celestial beings descend into the water, transforming into mermaid-like beings. Consider the significance of stars drowning as a metaphor for a cyclical cosmic process, old orders dissolving to give rise to new. Exploring how these myths offer a more fluid view of the universe, with the boundary between the sky and the sea porous and the mermaid acting as a bridge between these realms. The rhythmic echoes of tides mirrored in their lunar dance and woven into the very essence of our being. These concepts resonate with Kianda's story. Now imagine the night sky studded with countless points of light. To ancient observers, these weren't mere distant suns, but celestial beings in their own right. Witnesses to creation itself, yet the stars don't just exist in isolation. The most profound tales turn those celestial lights inward, plunging us into the profound mystery of transformation. Across many African mythologies, we find stories of celestial beings descending to earth, entering sacred waters, and transforming into mermaid-like beings. These tales are tinged with both awe and sorrow. Imagine the stars, those beacons in the eternal expanse above, suddenly drowning. What does it mean for something so seemingly immortal, a symbol of constancy, to be extinguished in the watery depths? Is it an ending or a pivotal point in a far more complex cycle? Recall a star's life cycle. We tend to think of their fiery birth as the defining moment, but they aren't immortal. They burn out, collapse, even explode in blinding spectacles. In that cataclysmic ending, however, the potential for new life is sown. Nebulae, the cosmic dust clouds formed by this stellar death, become the nurseries for new stars, a dazzling rebirth. The old must give way to the new. It's a cosmic imperative woven into the very laws of our universe. Now, picture these mermaid myths not as stories of loss, but as metaphors for metamorphosis. The old celestial order dissolves, sinking into the vast fertile potential of the deep. In that watery abyss, new forms take shape. The mermaids that emerge carry the starlight within them, not as fiery destructive brilliance, but as something softer, They become beings attuned to an elemental world where fluidity is power. The very act of transformation holds a strange beauty, doesn't it? Like those nebulae, they hold the seed of rebirth from something utterly changed. These myths challenge our notions of rigid boundaries, sky and sea, celestial and earthly. These concepts dissolve in the transformative waters of these ancient tales. We often think of the universe as something out there, separate and unknowable, but these stories remind us that we are a product of that same cosmic drama, made of the very same stardust, eternally recycled and reworked into new forms. The mermaid becomes a powerful symbol of that ongoing cycle. She stands on the threshold of two worlds, a constant reminder that change is the essence of existence. Destruction, yes, but as a creative force, not an end in itself. She sheds her celestial brilliance, becoming adaptive to the currents of reality, able to navigate the hidden depths and resurface with ancient knowledge. It begs the question, don't we all yearn for a similar transformation? To let go of rigid identities that no longer serve us, to embrace the unknown potential held within our own depths, to trust in the process of becoming even when it demands we let a part of ourselves dissolve. These myths of drowning stars and ascendant mermaids offer a comforting paradox. The universe is in a constant state of flux, but within that boundless chaos, there is a blueprint for endless renewal. When we look at the night sky, we aren't observing something distant, but a reflection of our own capacity for evolution, our own hidden starlight. The cosmos isn't a static painting, but an ever-unfolding story. And just like the mermaid, we have the potential to rewrite ourselves within its pages. Conclusion. From the serpent goddess Mami Wata, embodying the churning primal forces from which creation springs, to Kianda, whose very heartbeat echoes the rise and fall of tides, we've delved into the rich tapestry of African mermaid myths. These aren't mere tales of fantastical creatures, but windows into how ancient cultures intertwined their understanding of the cosmos with the human experience. We've traced the shimmering reflection of stars on the water surface, contemplating how the mermaid, gazing into those liquid depths, mimics the work of ancient stargazers seeking to impose order on the chaos of the cosmos. Both seek to understand, to draw connections within the vastness that surrounds us. We've pondered celestial beings descending into the watery abyss, a stunning metaphor for the eternal cycle of destruction and rebirth that governs the universe. The mermaid, born of that transformation, reminds us that those same cycles exist within ourselves, that we all carry the potential for radical transformation and the ability to shape our own destinies in accordance with the ever-turning cosmic will. From the serpent of cosmic creation to the celestial mirror in the ocean depths, from lunar rhythms within the human body to the endless transformation of stars, a single profound truth emerges. The universe isn't something separate from us. Its forces, its rhythms, its very essence resonates within our own being. The mermaid, in her dual nature and her home on the threshold of worlds, serves as a timeless symbol of this interconnectedness. She reminds us to look beyond surface appearances, to dive deep within ourselves and the mysteries of the cosmos. The stars we gaze upon at night aren't distant points of light, but echoes of our own potential, mirroring the endless process of destruction and creation that lies at the heart of all things. Thank you for joining me, and join me again next time. This is the House of Horrors, signing out.